Well, for the latest on the situation in Pakistan, let's bring in Shahzaib Wahlah in Islamabad. Shahzaib, the rains have stopped, but the relief operation is just getting underway now. What more can you tell us?
Well, that's true. For now, the rains have stopped, but still there are threats of more floodings in the north of the country. The Pakistani army right now is carrying out rescue operations with the help of helicopters, as land access to large parts of the country still remains cut. The government actually called on the inhabitants of several towns in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province to evacuate, as these areas are at a high risk of flooding. Due to heavy rains last week, rivers had turned into gigantic torrents and they were destroying everything that was coming in their path. More than a dozen dams have already burst, and 33 million people have been impacted in Pakistan. A few days ago, we went to Sindh, which is one of the worst impacted regions by these floods. And there we saw that the transportation and communication networks had either been disrupted or completely destroyed. We saw that vast tracts of farmland across the province were submerged underwater, and many standing crops were completely washed away. The people there are facing a shortage of food and fresh drinking water. These people have actually lost everything, their homes, all their belongings. They are now forced to live in makeshift camps, and that too in very unhygienic living conditions. We were able to talk to some doctors there who were working on the front line and providing healthcare to the affectees of these floods. And they told us that they were worried about outbreaks of diseases like malaria or cholera. The Pakistani government has declared a national emergency and asked from the international community to help them. The Prime Minister today also announced a relief package of 38 billion rupees that will be distributed among the victims of the floods within the next week.